Hey lovers, Anthea Spark here. So during this time of isolation and quarantine, we may be stuck at home with people who really trigger us or frustrate us and really push our buttons, right? So I really wanted to do this video to help you, to give you some tools that you can use when you're trying to communicate how it is that you feel and what it is that's really going on for you. So let's say you are going about your day and somebody says or does something that really triggers you and you feel, your blood goes from 0 to boiling like that, right? Now, what you can do, or what I advise you do, is that you retreat. You move away from that person, or you put the phone down and you really sit with how you're feeling right now and you ask yourself, why am I feeling so triggered right now? What is this actually about? Am I feeling triggered from what this person just said to me? Or have they said something that's kind of reminded me of something that somebody else once said to me a long time ago? So really question yourself and understand why it is you're feeling the way it is you're feeling right now. And then when you understand yourself better and you've calmed down and that fire has gone out, then it's appropriate to go back and have a conversation with that person. So the reason why I say put the phone down if you're triggered or walk away is because if you stay there in that moment and you react from this highly charged and triggered place, you are going to say and do things that you may regret later on. Or you may say and do things that don't actually reflect what is really going on for you, right? Whereas when you go away and you retreat and you think about what it is that's actually going back to you, you can then go back to the person and say, hey, so I just wanted to talk to you about what was going on for me when you said what you said to me. So when you said what you said to me, I got really charged because I have this history of people lying to me. Or I have this history of people talking to me with a harsh tone, and your tone just reminded me of my past and I got really charged up. So I'm really sensitive to tone. I'm really sensitive to people's dishonesty. So it's really important to me, if you're going to speak to me, if you could please be mindful of that, right? Now you're explaining to the person who's triggered you what's actually going on for you. So you're giving them information about how you want them to treat you. Yeah, you're teaching them how you want them to treat you, because guys, we teach people how we want them to treat us, and giving them information about how we want them to treat us is really valuable. We're saying, hey, this is what's going on for me. I've got this wound. Can you please be sensitive towards it? Now, if they don't meet you in that place or they can't meet you in that place, then that's a whole different video that I need to do for you guys. But if they can and they do, then you're going to have a deeper respect for them. And they're going to have a deeper respect for you, because now you've helped them out a little bit. You've told them why you get so triggered and charged, right? You don't just react and start yelling, because what happens is when we're reacting and we're yelling and we're saying things to the other person, they get their wall up and they get defensive, yeah? And then we've got two people who are wounded and defensive and charged, trying to explain things to each other. It just doesn't work, yeah? And often when we're in that state, really simple sentences cannot be understood, yeah? So it's important to understand why you're triggered, and then it's important to communicate it to that person. Now, sometimes we can't communicate it to that person because we've already communicated it to that person time and time again. I've told you a million times, yeah, that I'm sensitive to tone, and you keep speaking to me like that. So then that's a little bit different. So then that's about, okay, I know that this person cannot change. Now, it's not that they're a bad person or that they don't want to change, but maybe at the moment they're just not capable of meeting you in the way that you would like to be met. Yeah? And so sometimes what we have to do is just understand that perhaps that's the way that person talks, and for us, it's how we react to that person. Yeah? So it's important to not take it personally. Yeah, so keep working on that. Keep working on not taking it personally, because if that's how that person talks because of whatever it is that's going on for them, then there's nothing we can do about it. And us getting upset and triggered about it, then it's actually just hurting. We're just hurting ourselves. Yeah, we're creating all this stuff within us that is really heavy. So when you look within and you're like, why am I so triggered by this person's tone? And you can understand it and you can free yourself from that. The next time you're around that person and they talk to you with the tone, it will simply be like water off a duck's back eventually. Like, it might take you a little bit of time to get there, but eventually it will be like water off a duck's back. So it's really important to keep going within. Keep going within and trying it. Keep going within, yeah? So I hope that this video has helped. If it has, please drop me a comment below. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and come and find me on Instagram, on Facebook for more tips and tools on communication, relationship, and most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. Sending you lots of love, guys. Stay safe.